5 sacks in 2 games, a bunch of tackles for loss, a defensive player who's motivated. The name is Nyles Gaddy. And if you don't know, now you know. Last season was just the first year of Nyles Gaddy joining the Jackson State defense and getting acclimated to the scheme of Dennis Thurman. Now year 2, stronger, faster, improved pass rush, and you add coverage ability. That equals a dominant player. And don't be surprised if Nyles Gaddy gets past 15 sacks this season. This is amazing, and I'll chime in. What's good, everyone? This is RawTruth Media, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Please like and share this video throughout all social media platforms. Peace and blessings, peace and love to everyone that's tuned in. Nyles Gaddy, need I say more? 5 sacks in 2 games. A bunch of quarterback hits. And one thing that I noticed from Nyles Gaddy's interview at the Southern Heritage Classic, he was breaking down the opposing team's offense. That means he's a film junkie. He studies all the weaknesses of his opponents. And that is a coach's dream. You can see why coaches like coaching him up. You can see why coaches trust him each down, each play, each game. And you know what's so amazing about Nyles Gaddy? Throughout all the talented transfer D linemen that came through, he was able to still hold his position. He's been a starter last year. He's a starter this year. Nothing has changed. So that tells you he wants to be great. But here's what Coach Prime Deion Sanders had to say about Nyles Gaddy, and then I'll give you my thoughts.
Both teams this weekend.
And then lastly, just talk about Nyles Gaddy, the performance he's had, throughout the season, through early in the season, but back in Tennessee. Just talk about the things that he was, seeing him excel on that stage the way that he has.
He's upset right now. He underachieved last year, and he knows it. You talk about James Houston. There's another guy on the other side of the field. His name was Nyles Gaddy. He didn't get any accolades, any love, any of that. He missed several sacks. He just wasn't ready for the moment last year, but guess what? Instead of pouting and having a pity party, he got in the lab, worked his butt off, studied, prepared, got his body together. He escaped, did more snaps. He's understanding and thinking that the modern game of football. He gave me an illustration in the post game, about what he saw in both tackles, what he seen from film study. I'm happy and excited about this young man because he has all to be a pro. And I feel like he is an NFL player. I'm proud of it. How many sacks has he got this year?
5.5.
5.5 on the season. And we just getting started.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Wow, you talk about an endorsement right there. When you have your head coach, Hall of Famer, former NFL player in Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, say that he's a pro. He has what it takes to make the NFL. It doesn't get any better than that. And I misspoke when I said 5 sacks. Really, it's 5.5 sacks. And if you look at FAMU, he was supposed to have 3 more sacks. It's just a couple milliseconds there. He could have had 3 more sacks added to that. If you do the math, you're talking about 8.5 sacks in 2 games. This is next level improvement. These are one of those success stories where you go back and say, man, remember the time when Nyles Gaddy first came to Jackson State? And remember when he left Jackson State? And if he gets drafted in this type of trajectory, if he keeps this going, The NFL is his future. I guarantee you. I know some shines don't want that to happen, but you can't stop destiny. I repeat, you cannot stop destiny. And this player has it, man. Now, one time have I seen Nyles Gaddy give up on a play with new effort. See, last season, everything was so new to him, it required patience. And plus, his job was not to be the lead blitzer. I keep saying this, but I'll say it again. Everyone on that defense has a job. Not everybody can blitz, because if you do that, you're going to have leak outs and you're going to have problems. The Dennis Thurman defense is what you call an amoeba defense. Shout out to Ken Clark and Zoe for pointing that out. It's an amoeba defense. So just enough coverage, but more pressure from your front seven. And speaking of defense, kudos to Dennis Thurman. I looked at the stats right now. He has Jackson State #1 total defense. They have not given up a touchdown. They only gave up 2 field goals. And if you look at those 2 field goals, one from FAMU and other from Tennessee State, it was a penalty here at the wrong time or missed assignment that could have been prevented. So you're talking about 2 games that could have been shutouts. I don't care what level this is. It's unprecedented. And I bet you that Tennessee State won't have any other games where they're left off with only no points, only a field goal. That would not happen. They're too talented with this quarterback position and the running back position with Devon Starlin and quarterback Draylon Ellis. You can keep sleeping on this defense and say they're only good against SWAC teams. But in the whole, as of all of FCS, they're the real deal. Expect more teams to double Nyles Gaddy with a tight end fullback to help block, to game plan for him. That's okay. Just expect more defenders to roam out free. You don't know where it's going to come from. Is it going to be from a DB blitzing? Is it going to be from Aubrey Miller blitz in the middle? Is it going to come from Antonio Doyle from the edge? See, last season, when teams would double James Houston, they kind of slowed down the pass rush just a little bit. This year, they're faster, stronger, and wiser on defense. It's not going to work. I'm just letting y'all know. But I can't wait to see the full progression of Nyles Gaddy, because I believe he could go another step higher than what he's playing right now. That's a scary good part about it. Jackson State, you have a defense to be proud of. I can't wait to go to the Grambling State game, to be around the fans of Jackson State, Grambling State. I hope it's a good game. Competition is a great thing. This is RawTruth Media, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Peace and love to everyone, and I'm out.